Greetings, everyone. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Angelic Alchemy Meenakshi, and I am excited today to talk about a beautiful topic, which is very dear to my heart, which is the rising of the divine feminine, Shakti rising. Also about the activations of the twin flames, the divine masculine and the divine feminine really coming into union to start to trust each other once again. So a little backstory about this. I did have a beautiful session with a client in the first week of September this year. It was an Angelic Alchemy Hypnosis Quantum Regression. And while, yes, this was a hypnosis session in which this beautiful client healed herself and through her healing sent out a ripple effect of healing into the collective consciousness. And while this was one of the sessions, as we know, it is not just one modality, one healing, one healer, one activator that is doing the work here. It is all of us individually healing ourselves. And as we individually heal ourselves, the collective consciousness rises as well. So this is one of the pieces, one of the fragments, one of the fractions of the mass healing that is happening here for our collective. So before we begin, a quick introduction to myself. I practice Hypnosis Past Life Regressions. I work with the beautiful angels and the seraphim, the Christ consciousness, Durga Shakti. The healings that I practice are called Angelic Alchemy Healings. So within that umbrella, I practice Angelic Alchemy Hypnosis, Quantum Regressions, which are past life regression sessions, Angelic Alchemy Reiki, Akashic Records reading, as well as I am a spiritual mentor. So thank you so much for being here. I also like to channel the Ra, as well as the Christ consciousness, Durga Shakti, beautiful benevolent counsels that are guiding us. And the message today that I am bringing forth is about the rising of the divine feminine, the rising of Shakti. And before I begin, before I talk about what happened in the session, because I will be sharing a 4-minute, to be precise, it is a 4-minute and 40-second clip of the session. And I was editing it. And as I clicked on the last trim, I looked up at the time. It was exactly 0440, so 4 minutes and 40 seconds, and it's such a blessing. I'll be sharing that clip shortly so you can see in detail the healing that took place and the beautiful messages from Kali Ma, who is Shakti, Divine Mother Shakti, representing the divine feminine force here. She is the divine mother of us all. And there are beautiful messages by her about, from her about Shakti, the divine feminine rising, as well as a healing that occurred for the divine feminine and the divine masculine. Okay. Before I do that, I wanted to share a definition of Shakti as shared by the angels and Shakti herself, and the Ra that I was just speaking with before I came on to this video, this recording. So here goes. Shakti is a Sanskrit word, and it means the ability, the power, the potential. And so therefore, this is the definition that they shared, the angels and Shakti herself shared for what Shakti is. Shakti is the core essence of the divine feminine. It is the primal cosmic energy that they are created from and that they create and take action from. It is that fire within them that births life into existence. Shakti is the divine feminine, and the divine feminine is Shakti. So starting with that, I'm going to share the clip now and post the clip. I just have a little message after that. That'll go with it. So basically, they're talking about the times, the ancient times when the goddesses and the divine feminine knew their part within society. When we came into earth, we came in as equals, the divine masculine and the divine feminine, going back a little bit into the cosmic energy where we came from, where we were all one. And then for us to actually come to earth, to experience earth, we had to split from source into various fragments, fractals, and take various forms and avatars to be able to experience life here on earth. And as that was happening, so if there was a soul that was coming in, which was in its full union, in its full wholeness, as it split, it also split into the feminine and the masculine of that soul, which basically becomes the twin flame. So divine masculine and the divine feminine split and came in onto earth in 2 parts. Okay, so when that split happened and they came to earth, they came in as equals. And as we came in as equals, women were equal warriors to men, and women had equal say in society, in the political, religious scene, as well as the economical settings of the society. However, over time, as we can see with the changes in the eras that took place, also with the coming in of the dark invasion of the dark beings that came in, who wanted to seek powers for themselves, one of the ways that they tore apart or split energy and unity was by splitting the splitting the heart of the divine feminine and the divine masculine, by making them by making them forget that they are equals. And initially, when this split happened, the invasion of this organic essence that was of equality and oneness, even though they were in separate body, of respect and honor, happened with the coming in of the power, where they seeded that into the divine masculine, of them wanting to be and feeling the need that they are the divine power here, and that they need to, rule and take over the society, the economical as well as the religious segments of the society, because they are the main controlling mechanisms or tools of the society, the political and economical as well as the religious segments of the society. So they took over all these roles so that they could define the rules. And as that happened, the divine feminine, which wasn't equal so far at the wars as well, literally in the physical wars, you would have women fighting the wars. As we know, goddess Shakti herself went to war with the Mahishasur all by herself. She did not need an army of divine masculines assisting her or helping her or protecting her. She just went in. Of course, there was protection around, but she just went in by herself into that war. And so it was known that the divine feminine, because they are the birthers of this creation, because we all birth from the divine mother's heart. If the divine feminine continue to remember their power and remember their existence and why they're here, their potential, it would be difficult to suppress them and to take over society and lopside it into an inversion. And as they would make the divine feminine forget their role, humanity would fall further and further down into amnesia and forgetting who they are and where they came from, the seed point of their creation, which is the divine feminine. And so it was a very dark agenda behind bringing down the power of the Shakti and helping and having the women forget their powers and their potential and their ability. So this session that I'm going to be playing talks about how this seed was planted, and as we saw over time through all civilizations and races that we have, gone into. If you notice, the Egyptian ones, they had female pharaohs, they had Isis, Cleopatra, they had Nefertiti ruling as powerfully, maybe even more, as their divine masculine parts. And as other masculine pharaohs and kings that ruled Egypt. They were governing, they were making sure there was justice, they were making sure there was equality, and they were taking care of society as, a divine mother would do. And so as they started creating that rift between the divine masculine and the divine feminine, where the divine masculine then felt an urge and the need to take over society, religion, and politics and economics, the divine feminine started taking other roles, which became more about just nurturing, taking care of the families and domesticity. And so women, the divine feminine, started taking a backseat in society and doing as they were told. There have been many that have been the rebels and that have fought against society and even lost their lives for that. And today, as we are working through Ascension, it is important to remember it is the return of the divine feminine. It is the return of the Kali, the one that works with Kali, who works with Kala, which means time, with the timelines, and with Ascension, that we are going to be in the greatest uplifting movement of Ascension, the return of the divine feminine, the return of the Shakti, the return of the Kali. And that is what the message today is, through the clipping that I'm going to share, and then through the activations that we are all meant to have from within our heart. Always remembering that it is never external, it is always internal, okay? And also I wanted to share throughout this year, session after session, Akashic reading records, as we are tapping into the higher selves of the beautiful divine feminines that are stepping forth it is Shakti that is showing up for every single one of them. And they are showing what form of Shakti this beautiful individual, this beautiful sister actually is a fractal of, a part of, a soul of. And it is really beautiful because Shakti has many forms, many elements to herself. So they could be fire, wind, earth, water, and they can be creativity, they can be womb, they can be love, they can be beauty, they can be the one that works with the divine feminine and masculine coming together, the twin flames. So what form of Shakti exactly each one of them has been individualized from has been very prominent in the sharings and the Akashic records as I was seeing it. And so that's how, you know, I could tell, and through the messages that they were coming through, that we are really truly working on the activations of the Shakti within and the activations of the Shakti codes here on earth once more. So I'm going to now share the session, and then we'll talk a little bit about that. Thank you. Thank you so much for listening, and everyone. And what is the cause of irregular heartbeat?
It's always sort of been there. It's always been hidden. It's sort of anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a little seed of something,
Mm-hmm.
of seed of doubt placed within a heart.
Mm-hmm.
So
can we trace that seed of doubt and see when it was placed in her heart? And if we can go into that timeline to heal it from there.
Yeah, it sounds like it's like I was being told it came through. It was placed there a millennia ago within the heart spaces of the divine feminine, so they may not fully flourish into their wholeness because of the doubt they carry within them of who they truly are.
Yes.
It is there so humanity may not rise fully and ascend out of the turmoil that the duality of this time and space creates. So they may lay trapped within this space forever, cycling through lifetimes as they seek the wholeness of who they feel they may or are.
Yes. Can we have you, Kalima, Shakti, please remove that from the seed point of its creation?
Yes, it will be removed. It will be pulled out by its roots as it has traveled through many cycles. It will be transmuted at the seed point, and the roots way will also be transmuted through all time and space as they traverse through the multiverse. Yeah.
Beautiful. So we can have the rising of the divine feminine within our collective, the ones within the feminine themselves, and the ones between in the masculine as well. So the masculine, divine masculine, can also activate that divine feminine within them, because a lot of them find it difficult to connect with the divine feminine within them.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. If we can start to heal that for our collective now, please. Thank you. Wonderful.
The divine masculine has been separated from the divine feminine love. There was a separation of energies. The heart was taken out.
The heart was taken out?
Yes.
Was it from the heart was taken out from the balanced version of them? Is that what it is?
Yes.
When was this done, Kalima? What time within our collective consciousness was this done? What era?
The separation was created within the time frame that we now understand to be the ancient civilizations that walked the earth as gods.
Okay. What was the cause for the separation and the intention behind it?
Deception.
Deception. And who caused it or perpetuated it?
Those that were envious of the others.
Mm-hmm. Can you explain to us how this was done, Kalima, and how you're going to reverse it today? Make it positive, organic, fully healed once again for the collective consciousness of the coming together of the divine feminine and divine masculine within their hearts.
There's been many work already started with this, with so many of the divine masculines that are already awakening. There are many that have started to awaken, but it will happen within each divine timing for each person as it is meant to. And as the divine feminine heals her wholeness, the masculine and the feminine within her. This will project out to the masculine and will become a container, a safe space for them to find their heart again.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for helping with that. And infinite gratitude for all the work that has been done. There's just so many beautiful beings here working on themselves, and that in turn, just goes ahead and heals the collective, because we are the collective. As we heal ourselves, each individual, we're healing the collective, correct?
Yes.
It's beautiful.
Exactly. We're all connected.
We're all connected. Wonderful. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. So thank you everyone for watching. I wanted to share the clip before discussing this. One of the main causes or reasons or blockages that most souls here on earth are facing, specifically the women, is doubt, self-doubt, and confusion. And this self-doubt and confusion, as we have seen, it was rooted in this seed, but I'm sure overall, over time, it was beaten up into every single lifetime that we came into through the patriarchal system that we were all born into. And as that happened, women started to doubt themselves, started to forget who they were. And even now, till date, as people are receiving their activations, even when the divine feminine, divine mother comes through and says, you are Durga, or you're Saraswati, you're Mary Magdalene, you're a fractal of Mary Magdalene, you are Mother Mary, you carry Mother Mary's code, you carry the rose codes. Even when the messages are being given, there is still a little bit of doubt in the individual in receiving it. And this is the doubt that we all need to work on, okay? There is, this work is all inner work. It is all an inner journey. We need to all individually go to that seed point for ourselves and see where it was rooted in our soul, or simply, make an intention to let go of that doubt. Write down affirmations for yourself so that you can remember yourself and that you start believing in yourself and in your potential. It is when we believe in our full potential that we actually start activating that through the mere action of embracing it. And so even though there might be 10 people standing out there saying, hey, I see this as your higher self. I see Mother Mary. I see Mary Magdalene around you. I see Shakti next to you. It's not until this soul actually feels that within themselves, let's go of that doubt that is making them think, really? But I don't feel it. How come I don't feel it? It's because you need to let go of that doubt. We need to consciously remove it, see where it is seated and remove it from there, okay? And as you start doing that, this Shakti goddess from within you, in whatever form Shakti you hold, whichever codes you hold individually or in the wholeness, will start activating it. And as it starts activating, you'll feel more and more ready for your role here. And remembering very well that Shakti is here in many forms. Some of the Shaktis will go to war, will go to the light wars, will go to the energetic wars, to the galactic wars, and will actually fight it out. Some of the Shaktis will work here in the physical. They will work on the reforms here on Earth. They'll be working in probably even 3D jobs where they are making changes to rules. They might be in the government. They might be working in, the medical field, trying to, come forth and bring about changes there organically for what's needed for our society, for the best of all. Some of the Shaktis will be working with children as teachers in the school. Some of the Shaktis, they will do none of these roles, and they will continue to be homemakers. They will birth beautiful children. They will raise their children in an organic, beautiful way and help their children remember their light. And that's how it is, because Shakti at the core of all is the divine mother. That is the core essence of the Shakti. So every single one of us is working on that Shakti path. We are all working on it. And we are all activated. We just need to remember that, and remember that that activation is going to come from within. Okay. Now, the next message that the second part of the message was about the divine feminine and the divine masculine. And of course, with the seeding of, the negativity and the darkness that came in and that took over, they started, drifting apart because of doubt that came in, because of confusion that came in, because again, now the divine masculine was placed on a pedestal, divine feminine started taking more domesticated roles. However, at the core of it, they were burning. They were burning because they could feel that fire within them, and they knew that they wanted to be in those religious settings. They wanted to be there taking those decisions. They wanted to be there in the king's court, saying what they felt about a particular situation, because it involved them. It involved their children. So now with this worked for this beautiful individual, where the coming together, divine feminine and the divine masculine, when they come together, and the divine feminine and the masculine come together in oneness, they form the wholeness of the soul that they were before they descended down here on earth. And as that happens, they have a direct connection to the wholeness of their soul as well. So as we activate the divine feminine, if you're a divine masculine, as you activate the divine feminine within you, letting go of all the programmings and the inversions that you have been taught all your lives, and that you've lived through different lifetimes, and embracing that divine feminine within you as well, and knowing that your divine feminine is an equal to you. And until and unless you show her that respect and that honor, that she is an equal to you, that real true twin flame union will not come into existence to the frequency that it is meant to. It is equality that will bring it. So the divine masculine needs to activate the divine feminine within them and honor the divine masculine, and make sure that it is organic, fully, not inverted in any way. And the divine feminine at the same time needs to let go of that seed of doubt, mistrust, anything else that is holding them back, and activate that within them, and activate the divine masculine within them. Instead of looking for that protection outside of them, activate that divine masculine within you. Feel that divine masculine within you, and start taking that call in your life, that decision in your life, without having to check with others. And as we do that, the union that will happen from this divine feminine, this divine masculine at that time, will be in its wholeness, and will have the pure organic heart of source that they were always meant to have. And that's what this message is about. This is about individual healing, but that inversion has been removed. So now we are better placed to heal ourselves individually and as a collective as well. Okay. And of course, this healing has happened across Earth, across the multiverse, as was shared through all the individuals that have worked on it through the millennia. Okay, so thank you so much. I hope this helps you all. Remember the Shakti within you. And I just wanted to say, the Shakti within me respects and honors and loves the Shakti within you. Remember yourselves and rise, rise, rise. Remember who you are. Thank you, everybody. I love you all.